Happy Sabbath and welcome to Planting the Seeds 101 with Papa V, where we are saved by grace through faith. Therefore, we keep the commandments of God. I am getting old because these weeks are flying by. I cannot believe it's already the Sabbath day. All right. Day 309, and title today is Two Resurrections. How many of you knew there's two resurrections? We are reading Revelation 20, verse 5. And let's read that. But the rest of the dead did not live again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. All right, let's get this explained here. Many who read today's verse might wonder if there is a mistake. The verse begins, the rest of the dead did not live again until the 1,000 years were finished. But the next sentence says, this is the first resurrection. Wouldn't the first resurrection be of the righteous dead at the second coming? First, let's be clear that the Bible indeed teaches that there are two resurrections. Jesus said, do not marvel at this, for the hour is coming in which all who are in the graves will hear his voice and come forth. Those who have done good to the resurrection of life, and those who have done evil to the resurrection of condemnation. John 5, verse 28 and 29. The first resurrection takes place at Christ's return at the beginning of the 1,000 years. 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 14 through 17. The second resurrection, the resurrection of condemnation, takes place after the 1,000 years were finished. So why does the last part of verse 5 say, this the first resurrection? The simplest explanation is that this is an unfortunate division of a sentence and verse. In the original Greek, there was no punctuation or chapter or verse numbers. These were later placed by those who translated the manuscripts. The sentence, this is the first resurrection, therefore does not refer to the wicked or the second resurrection, but to the verse 4, speaking of those who lived and reigned with Christ. In fact, verse 6 explains, blessed and holy is he who has part in the first resurrection. Surely this could not be speaking of the wicked. Thus, utilizing the previous verse, we may understand this text to read this way, and they lived and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years. And then in parentheses, but the rest of the dead did not live again until the 1,000 years were finished. Into parentheses. This is the first resurrection. May God grant that we be in the first resurrection should we die before he comes. Amen on that one. All right, the prayer, Lord, I place my life in your hands so that if I perish before you come, I will be raised in the first resurrection. Amen. For further study, you can read Matthew 25, verses 21 and 41, Luke 20, verse 35 and 36, and Acts 24, verse 15. All right. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you on the next go-around. Have a blessed Sabbath day.